Okay, I'm out here with my F1 Sickly, and I say that because I have a charging problem. You can see where I put on a new alternator on this truck, new battery in this truck. This is the third alternator that I have put on this thing. All the connectors have been taken off, cleaned. That's all been cleaned up. The fusible links has been checked. All that's good. Everything here, all the connections, that's all good. That's all good. Everything tight. Nothing loose. I'll show you what it does. The truck starts right up, no problem. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's running. Now, if you'll watch right here, 32 seconds, you'll see the battery light come on. Of course, that's typical for a Ford truck this year. Have a low tire pressure gauge. I believe it's because my left front tire has a bad sensor. So you'll see, there it is. See the battery light? See the charging light? The gauge? It stays about right there. But eventually, you watch, I'm going to turn the air conditioner on. It doesn't move. Headlights is on bright. It doesn't move. Windshield wipers on. Doesn't move. Radio on. Doesn't move. But eventually, what will happen is I'll be driving down the road. It takes a while, but it'll run the battery down. This is a 2007 4.2 V6. So, for all you Ford guys out there, maybe there's something on this truck that will cause that. This is supposed to put out, 14.3 volts, and it puts out 13.5 idling. And when you get the engine to 1200 to 1500 RPM, up to 2000 RPM, it goes to 13.2, which actually it drops, which what that's doing is it's taking juice out of the battery. Now, I haven't driven this truck far, but from town to where I live to town is about 7 or 8 miles. So I drive that once or twice a week at the most, and then I'll drive it out the road here about 5 or 6 miles to do a little work. But other than that, it doesn't go anywhere, because I don't want to go too far in it, because I'm afraid I might not get back. Now, I know all you Chevy guys say sell the Ford, that cure the problem, but no, that doesn't cure the problem. But regardless, it's a problem that I can't find. Now, 2011, the newer trucks, 2011, 2012, that's the V8s, they have a fuse in the fuse box, 20 amp fuse, that has to do with the charging system, and if that fuse blows, then your charging system won't work. Well, this one doesn't have that. Like say, it's the 4.2 V6. The truck's got 200,000 on it, give or take. And it just out of the clear blue one day started doing it. Now, like I say, I can get in it, it'll start right up, it'll drive, I can drive down the road. You can let it set for 2 months, there's no short in the battery. The battery doesn't run down because of a short. So I'm kind of at my wit's end on this truck. I've had it to 5 different garages. I've had, like I say, that's the 3rd alternator, which that's the 2nd new one. I've had the alternators, both of them tested, the battery tested. I put this new battery in it. There wasn't anything wrong with the old battery. Matter of fact, I put it in another car. But someone told me that there was probably something wrong inside the battery that told the computer to quit sending the signal to the battery to charge because the battery was bad. Well, nope, that didn't work either. And like I say, the fusible links, what ones we could find, were good. All the fuses, went through the fuse box, checked all the connections. That's all good. So my F1 sickly is still sickly. I really like the old truck. Everything on the truck works, except cruise control. But I drove the truck for about a year before it ever started doing what it's doing with the cruise control not working. So whether that would have anything to do with it, I highly doubt it, because like I say, I drove it for almost a year before it started doing this crazy stuff. So at any rate, like I say, everything is good. Everything is hooked up. There's nothing that's loose, broken. Everything's been checked. You can see all the connections is good. Nothing loose. So I'm just kind of looking for somebody who could maybe tell me or get me started on the right direction on this thing. I'm a points carburetor sort of guy, so this kind of stuff is way out there. But evidently must be for other people too, because they can't find it. The computer here had been changed 2 years ago. It was put on there in May 2017. Like I say, all the lights work, turn signals, brake lights, air conditioner, radio, windshield wipers, everything on this truck works except cruise control. And it just takes, I guess, that little button or whatever it is that goes close to the brakes, or where the brake light switch is or whatever. But like I say, everything works except cruise. So I'm looking for somebody who can tell me what's wrong with this truck. And if you can do that, then leave a comment below, and I really would appreciate it.